T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
From Timothy J. Hank Memorial Field in Sayville, New York, welcome to the Orland and Cohen's Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production. We have the Sayville Golden Flashes and the visiting Bayport Blue Point Phantoms for today's girls lacrosse matchup. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jim Ferschlin, I'm Chris Caiozzo. Jim, we are in for a great lacrosse game today.
On today between these two teams. They're both undefeated, and Sayville, they are starting off well at 4-0, and Bayport undefeated last year, went 17-0. We talked about them early in the broadcast, but talked to head coach Adam Snicken of Sayville yesterday. It's going to be their toughest matchup of the season.
Like you said, toughest game of the season for the Golden Flashes. They are looking great this year. They are led by their captain, Jordan Messina.
Yeah, Messina alongside, there are a lot of other players that you got to look out for alongside number 17, Allie Riley, number 16, Natasha Yahata. Also, you got to look out for Bella Graziano, number 8, and probably their second best scorer today will be Bridget Manning. Keep a close eye on her as well. Number 13, Miranda Britton. Number 28, Jess Herkelrode. Number 10, Kate Doxey. Number 7, Kiera Collins. And number 9, Taylor Haas.
And for the Bayport Blue Point Phantoms, they are a senior-led team, only losing 3 seniors last year. We talked to the coach, Adam Gick. He said they are by committee. Everyone can score for their team. They are not led by 1 or 2. They are led by them all, including their senior, that is Mairead Kelly.
Yeah, Mairead Kelly, she has been in revolution for this Phantoms team, and she's going to keep it going into the year of 2022. Remember, this is a team that did not lose a single game last year, and you got to look out for other players like Madison Waybrecht. She's going to be going to JMU next year. Then look at Michaela Mooney, a sophomore attacker. She's already got a commit to Albany. And then also, you want to take a check at another sophomore, Hayden Icefield. She'll be going to Stony Brook, one of the best collegiate programs for women's lacrosse in the country. So Long Island, a hotbed for this sport. And between these two teams, it's going to be a fun matchup.
You got it. You can't forget for Sayville, number 20, Jordan Messina, as we see the Sayville team getting ready for today's matchup. Early in the lacrosse season, both teams have played 2 conference games. What's an early prediction to today's game, Jim?
It's going to be tough. I really don't have an actual observation, but I'm looking forward to a lot of defense. I mean, you want to look at a Sayville team that hasn't given up more than 5 goals a game. But then again, you look at Bayport Blue Point, and their defense is stifling, but their offense is good as well. But Jordan Messina came off a season-high 4 goals last game versus Midtown West. And then you got to look at number 7 on the other side for Bayport Blue Point, and that's Mairead Kelly. A star scorer for this team, knows how to put the ball in the net, and also a junior attacker. I'll watch for her to attack the goalie plenty of times today. And again, a lot of offense, but looking forward to more of the defensive side.
Jim, this Bayport team hasn't suffered a loss since the year 2020, before COVID. And we will talk about that before the ball drops here in Sayville, and we will cut to break. We'll be right back here on T&D Sports Video Productions.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Welcome back to Sayville, New York, alongside my broadcast partner, Jim Ferschland. I'm Chris Caiozzo, back here on T&D Sports Video Production for the start of the girls lacrosse game. A beautiful 55-degree day in Long Island. Jim, couldn't ask for a better day for girls lacrosse.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. We're getting near towards dusk here on Long Island on the South Shore, but we're in the south side of Long Island, so therefore the drop in temperature shouldn't be as dramatic as we are for the north side of Long Island.
Yeah, last week at St. Anthony's was about a low of 32 degrees, and we were chilly here. But can't ask for anything better. A team in Bayport Blue Point who hasn't suffered a loss in 2 years. Sayville has always been at the top of D2 girls lacrosse here in Suffolk County. I hope they can keep it close today against Bayport.
It's going to be tight. I think you want to look between these two teams. They're very experienced. And the thing I like about this matchup is you're not going that far away from another team. These teams are 10 minutes apart from each other. And it's a close rivalry. They've probably been talking about this matchup for weeks, maybe even a month or two. But the time is finally here. We're going to see two of the best from the south side of Long Island.
Bayport, I talked to Coach Adam Gick yesterday, and he said, we have a tough non-conference. I'm sorry, Ryan Gick. Adam is the coach of Sayville, correction. And I talked to Ryan Gick yesterday, and he said we had a tough non-conference schedule. They played two teams in Florida, American Heritage and Bishop Ireton. Then they played Rocky Point, Harbor Fields, and now today's Sayville. So a lot of good teams in their early schedule.
Yeah, you want to talk about out-of-state matchups. I mean, that's incredible, especially when you're looking at Bayport Blue Point. But they're putting themselves on the map, especially with their record that they had last year. But this is just a team full of success, full of entertainment from everybody on this roster as we're about to get the starting draw control between Sayville and Bayport at midfield.
It'll be Bridget Manning for Sayville. And that is number 26, Kira Rooney for Bayport. As the referee puts the ball in the pockets of the sticks.
Yeah, both players already have college commits. One going to the University of Jacksonville and the other one going to Florida. Both in the Sunshine State.
As the opening faceoff is stopped by the referee due to an infraction. 2 25-minute FAFs here for girls lacrosse in Long Island. As we will do it again. Fans piling in here in Sayville. As Jim mentioned, 10 minutes away these high schools are. A little crosstown rivalry as the ball is dropped and won by, again, the whistle is blown, but it'll go to the Golden Flashes. I'm sorry, Phantoms in blue. A lot of whistles here early, Jim.
Physicality is going to be ramping up. Both teams haven't sustained a loss yet. None of them want to go home with the L.
As Bayport has control. Behind the net, Natalie Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizio had a big game. 3 goals and 4 assists in the last matchup.
That is scored. Number 10, Michaela Mooney, the Albany commit, puts in early for the Phantoms.
Yeah, lefty attack alongside being a good passer, but she showed off with that southpaw stroke and actually released it to the right, actually switched from right to left and put it right past the goalkeeper.
About 44 seconds into the game, opening the scoring for the Phantoms. Coach Gick happy with that one. He said we have to get on the board early versus a tough defensive team in Sayville.
And if you let Bayport Blue Point inside that X area, it's going to be a long game possibly.
As Rooney goes back in the face-off circle for Bayport. She did win the opening draw. Girls fighting for position outside the circle. And the whistle is blown. Won by the Phantoms. Back to Rooney. Moving quickly down the field. Moves to the right hand.
Looks like we have a free position opportunity coming up.
Free position coming up for the Phantoms. Just about a minute played in the half. Phantoms lead here early, 1-0.
Future Gator
Whistle's blown. She shoots, and the ball is knocked out. Sayville controls.
She actually lost the ball out of her stick.
And that is number 17, Allie Riley, with the ball.
Yeah, Riley had 2 goals and an assist so far in the year. However, did not record a single point versus Midtown West last game.
Yahada controls for Sayville along the left side. Sayville trying to tie the game up here early.
If you want to look at Bayport Blue Point's defense, they are crowding that front of the net, making sure that their goalkeeper is secure and making life difficult, like clogging that early crease.
Riley with the ball passes to Bridget Manning, one of the top scorers for the program. Buffardi moves the ball around, trying to get position. That right angle to score, cut down by number 44, Dansfeller.
And we talked to Gick about Dannenfelser, just a monster defender, and it showed why against a good offender for Sayville, but Dannenfelser just winning the battle defensively. Look at her, all up in the grill.
And that pass is intercepted, and the Phantoms control. Right on cue, Jim.
That's what it's about. I said the offense would be there, but look out for the defense.
Aubrey Icefield, the freshman, moving up the left side, controlling the ball, defended by number 17, Allie Riley. Riley up and down the field for the Golden Flashes.
Yeah, Riley, so far, the condition that she's been playing in has been phenomenal against a high, potent Phantoms team. It's only 1-0, but only 44 seconds into the game, you already had 1 goal scored by Mooney.
As Mairead Kelly, the player we spotlighted early in the broadcast, has the ball. She loses it, but gains possession. And that's knocked out, controlled by Sayville.
Great defense from Olivia Redden. All up in the face and did not get distracted, didn't be over-aggressive. That's terrific defense from the Golden Flashes.
Yahada gains possession and the whistle is blown. They'll maintain possession, the Golden Flashes. Number 8 for Sayville gets tripped up, and we have a stoppage. It looks like a free position for...
That's Bridget Manning, the third leading scorer for this team. No Taylor Haas today due to an injury. She's the second leading scorer with 7 goals and 2 assists. But Manning scored in the final 8 seconds versus Midtown West last game, and that was in a 6-5 victory.
Manning will have the ball here, off for the free position. She shoots and just misses.
What a save.
And that's intercepted by Sayville. And the goalie got in front of it. A little check there by her. And she'll gain possession. That is Felicia Giglio, the junior.
We all heard it from Ryan. She's super fun to watch. That looked entertaining to me.
2 saves there in the matter of 30 seconds.
Courageous play there. Known for someone who's going to Navy at the end of her high school career.
And like you mentioned earlier, Jim, less than 5 goals a game led up for Bayport. And you could tell early, Giglio does a great job between the pipes.
Well, Bayport, they did win their previous game versus Harborfields. Even though the offense was there, the defense may have slugged a little bit later on. They won that game by 9.
The ball's free, but maintained by Bayport Blue Point. Hayden Eisfeld, the junior, had the ball. Gives it up to Kira Rooney. Kelly.
And Redden playing terrific defense. Head on a swivel.
Little fake there. Moves high, goes low, still has the ball. That is Kira Rooney up top. Playing a little pick and roll action for the Phantoms.
It's all about patience. Just going with your offense. Stick to it.
Good ball movement early by the Phantoms.
Burning a lot of clock here on this offensive possession.
Down to 18:55 and rolling here in the first half. Alongside Jim Furchland, I'm Chris Cayozzo here in Sayville, New York.
So another free position opportunity.
Looking to go up 2-0 here. She shoots wide.
It went wide, but then it went in the back of the net. That may have been Eisfeld.
As we see on the replay here. Her stick knocked it in.
If anything, it could have been Fabrizio as well. It may have been the tip of the stick that knocked it in, but I think we'll give credit to Icefield for her first goal. And she'll be playing her collegiate ball not too far from here. Once a Seawolf, always a Seawolf.
Well said by an alma mater.
Yes, thank you very much. Proud alum, 2017.
Not going too far from home. She puts one in to put the Phantoms up 2-0.
Going from the South Shore all the way up to the North Shore, but one of the best collegiate programs for women's lacrosse in the country.
And that's for years. As the Phantoms looking to gain possession again. Ball is loose.
Having trouble picking up this ground ball.
And that is controlled by Sayville. Trying to knock it out was Icefield on both ends of the ball. It's given up, and the ball is loose, but we'll have a little stoppage.
There's Messina.
The Golden Flashes will play well if Messina can play well. So far early, she hasn't done much, but she'll have the free position.
But the defense has been stifling from the Phantoms, but here's Messina trying to break the ice for the Golden Flashes. 9 goals on the year, looking for double digits on this opportunity.
Whistle's blown, pass, up high, Riley has it, left-handed, moving around the net, quickly.
Look at the mobility.
The double team and another stoppage.
Unselfish play by Messina to dump that off. Being the top goal scorer, also does have 2 assists on the year.
Sayville maintains possession. Bayport has controlled the half so far. Let's see if Sayville can answer.
And without Taylor Haas, this is just a step more difficult for Sayville, already being down by 2.
They're like doubling every time Riley gets the ball to cut off that center lane, which is great.
And clogging that crease. Oh, what a move.
Off the pipe.
Post.
But Sayville still can maintain this possession.
You don't see that every day, especially off of the top of the stick, and then still doesn't go behind the pipes, but off of it.
That was Manning with the shot. Now you see the ball movement picking up for Sayville.
They haven't had a chance to control the ball inside the circle, and now they're just trying to find a way to get past this stifling Phantoms defense.
They don't give you any room to breathe. Shoots and scores! Number 20, that was Jordan Messina. 10 goals on the year with the left hand and gets the Golden Flashes on the board.
How about the credit the pass from Bridget Manning across the center, and there's the southpaw, Jordan Messina, putting it right behind the goalie. An incredible offensive play. Let's see if that gets the motor going for the Golden Flashes. A golden play right there.
Great play on words there, Jim. Messina with the leg brace on, hopefully battling no injuries, because would be a big loss, but so far, looks good.
And Messina being their top scorer, they're going to need her in order to keep this game close. But don't count out the Golden Flashes. They're 4-0 this year, and they've won 3 Division II games. They've already played Connecticut, Rocky Point, and West Hampton.
As the ball is maintained by the Phantoms. Katie Clare.
Smart kid. Reason why I say that, going to Ivy League school for the Bulldogs of Yale University.
Bayport looking to go up 2 goals here. She shoots, save! That's a great
Herklerode.
save. Herklerode, the senior.
7 saves a game. And Snickens
Sayville
praises her.
moving up. Goalie's out of the net. Was playing too high there. Messina again. And that was intercepted.
That's a gamble, but it paid off.
Giglio is almost out of the circle. As the Phantoms move up midfield here, number 46, Tessa Organas.
Aragonis, a junior defender. She'll be sticking close to home as well. Commit to LIU.
Now just to LIU, no Post or Brooklyn. Those schools split up the sports out of the NEC.
Doesn't matter, like if you want to go down south for the weather or you just want to go for the competition, Long Island lacrosse itself is very competitive. So they
All
want to
over
keep
in
that
Suffolk
competitive
and
nature.
Between the boys and girls, any college you go, you see a Long Island name on that roster.
Oh, yeah.
As we phantom ball, Fabrizio, who's been quiet so far, but a team player, says Gick. Left-handed Rooney maintains. Now switches to her right. Center, passes, and knocked down.
Let's see if Sayville can get this out of the circle. Oh, here it comes the Phantoms.
Rooney again with the ball. She's had it most of this game. She does the face-offs for the Phantoms.
There's an opening down that center. You get a cutter, and Rooney finds the pass. It could be problems for Herklerode.
13:30 and counting here in the first half. 2-1. Phantoms of Bayport Blue Point. Eisfeld behind the net. Tries to fake high. Passes. Shoots. Save.
A defensive play. Olivia Redden right there, but up. Sayville loses the ball, gets it right back.
Look at the press by the Phantoms. Anytime a Sayville player touches that ball, there's 2 people on the ball.
Oh yeah, well we talked to head coach Adam Snicken, played rugby, so he's like, when I played, I was just running away from everybody, and meanwhile, that's how meanwhile the rugby players, that is Bayport Blue Point, the whole team running after you, and you just have to run away with it and try to put it past the cage.
That's why they're Long Island champs for a reason.
You eventually get that mojo, it sticks with you.
What a move there. But the ball is loose, maintained by Sayville.
Senior Graziano.
Messina behind the net. Double teamed. Gives it up. Top of the circle.
Even with that leg brace, the mobility doesn't seem to be a problem for Jordan.
Sayville might have to start taking some deep shots because the hole is clogging up around the goalie.
Yeah, you have at least 5 shirts, 5 purple shirts blocking Giglio in front, and that doesn't really do any help for the Golden Flashes.
They can't get in the middle. They have to cut and pass the ball. No one-on-one play, and Coach Gick said, we don't allow that one-on-one play to beat us.
Not at all, and it's showing off. Especially when you can put it on display and back it up with your words on top of that. That's how you know you mean business.
Ball is loose, maintained by Sayville. Just what pressure by Bayport as that's Riley that goes down. She's still down, gets up on her own feet. Right side of the circle, Manning. Taking a lot of time off the clock, though, for Sayville. That's a good thing. Less time with the ball for Bayport. It's a good sign.
They got to get a shot up eventually. You can run away with the ball as much as you can, but eventually you're still down. You need to put it in the back of the cage. Ooh, good fake pass from Baffardi.
Just impressive defense by the Phantoms. Ball's loose, and now maintained by the Phantoms.
The only problem if you're the Phantoms defensively is that you just can't be too over-aggressive, then that will give free position opportunities to Sayville. But terrific defensive effort from Gix girls.
He has trust in his goalie, Giglio, even if for those free positions to be aggressive. Now 10-12 and clock running here. 2-1. Low scoring game so far.
Well, the defense from both their games, it's been low scoring throughout.
Bayport almost had a third goal, just missed.
If you want to look at Sayville's next opponent, they'll be playing Comswag at 5:30 on Wednesday. They just put up 17 at Port Jeff on Thursday. So another defensive matchup likely coming up for Sayville. See if they can slow them down in a couple of days.
Bayport has great ball movement. Both teams very impressive moving the ball. Not just a lot of one-on-one play. A lot of guys who, girls I should say, who could score for both teams.
You can tell so far the early matchup. Oh wow!
Collision there, and the whistle's blown. Should be a free position for the Phantoms.
Mooney's already got a goal. That almost looked like head-to-head.
Both players come off. Manning and Kennedy.
Just seems that Sayville is trying to give the Phantoms a taste of their own medicine defensively, but that was too much aggression. That was more like ruthless aggression.
Mooney has the free position. See if she gives it up or goes right for the goal.
Watch out for
Whistle's blown. She shoots. Knocked down.
Anima serve on the left side, knocked it away.
Mooney looking for her second. Lacrosse was a weird game. Last week, we did the boys game over at St. Anthony's. Their star, Leo, had 0 goals in the first half, 5 in the second. So never count anyone out early. Mooney will take it again.
And Britton on the left side.
Ball in the right hand. She goes, she shoots, and scores! Michaela Mooney, the Albany commit with her second, and gives the Phantoms a 3-1 score.
Yeah, that time just too close to the net. Herculode had a blink of a reaction to make any movement. She put the stick up high, and Mooney went down low. Second goal of the day for Michaela.
A player that Coach Gick said everyone could score the goal. I'm sorry, score the ball. You know, her being one of them, but he didn't talk much about her.
And she's still a young player. She's only a sophomore, and she's already got to commit to an American East school. Albany, another good, it's not on Long Island, but they do have a great group of girls up in Albany. And again, with Stony Brook leaving leaving the American East, going to the CAA, Albany could be one of those top dogs to look out for coming up this season.
They're getting a stud in Mooney. Again, she has 2 more years on this varsity program. Ball maintained by Sayville.
Here's Yahada.
A little background on Coach Schnicken. 17 years in the Sayville girls lacrosse program, 10 as the head coach. He's also a math teacher at high school. Went to Sachem, my alma mater. And like Jim said before, he was a rugby player.
Big time rugby player. And when I heard that he played rugby, he goes, I absolutely love the sport. And I go, did you tape your ears back when you played too? He goes, no, that was beforehand. They started taping their ears later on, probably a couple years afterwards. But again, played rugby at Ithaca in upstate, not too far from Albany.
Frigid temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I could do that. As Sayville maintains possession here with 7:15 and the clock is rolling. There's a one-on-one there. Stopped.
Oh,
She had the chance. That was Restivo.
great recovery by Argonis to cut off Yahada. That's just mind over matter.
You have that open lane versus a good defensive team. You've got to shoot there. Manning back in the game. Top of the circle. Tries to make a move on the right side. Double teamed right away.
It's Argonis and Lutz, making life difficult.
Pass is knocked down. Giglio out of the net. She has it.
And she puts it in her own net.
Wow. Very rare you see that.
As you were looking down, that's what it appeared to be.
She couldn't get control. I looked down for a second because I thought she was going to clear, and all of a sudden, it goes in the back of her own net.
Looks
Jim,
like
2 weeks in a row now. I saw it on the boys' side at St. Anthony's. A defenseman tried to clear and put it in his own net. Goalie wasn't paying attention. This week, the goalie puts it in her own net. Very rare you see that.
and they're called the Phantoms. Looks like a ghost just put it in their own net for them.
Your money with the
I'm trying.
play on words here. 3-2 ball game. Now things are getting interesting. Bayport maybe was gonna pull away. Sayville got lucky with that one there. 6:24 and left in the first half here at Sayville.
This game's moving by fast since there's not a lot of offense.
Not a lot of stoppages either. No timeouts so far. 6:13 and the clock is running. Sayville looking to tie the game versus probably one of the best teams on Long Island, if not the best.
Close to it, I would say. And they don't have an easy test next week. Next game. They're playing versus Shore and Winning River, a powerhouse on Long Island. They had a terrific group a couple of years ago. They had a couple of Stony Brook players that went there from that school. And I want to let you know, do you remember the name Xavier Arline on Shore and Winning River? Was a stud for the men's side. Ended up becoming the starting quarterback for Navy.
Incredible. What a spin there, but this whistle stops play.
That's to be Bridget Manning. And a funny story that Arline went to Navy to play. He could have played lacrosse. He decided to go football at quarterback, and then her
Manning score! Sorry to interrupt you, Jim, but Sayville ties the game. Bridget Manning with her first of the game. That's her 7th of the season.
Manning, very patient, doesn't get rattled. That's a beautiful shot on the bounce, bottom left corner. Not really much patience there. Got to get lucky there if you're Giglio. She came up short. Tie game.
Whole new ball game here. Just like 0-0 as we started. 3-3, 5:12 left in the first, and we have probably couldn't have asked for a better game so far.
So far, yeah, it's been competitive. Not one-sided. It seemed after Bayport went up 2-0, it seemed that we were looking at a possible one-sided affair, but no. Here come the Golden Flashes. Bayport shot themselves in the foot in that one goal inside by Herculode herself. I shot that by Giglio. But as I was going back about Arline, her sister Jessie played well at Shore and Winning River, and now she's with the Seawolves.
Stony Brook recruits a lot of local products, but also gets a lot of good products along the country.
Yeah, you probably get one transfer, but usually if you have 30 players on the roster, at least 27 to 28 of them are from Long Island.
Lacrosse powerhouse on the boys and girls side. Sayville maintains possession again, looking to go up here. Tripped, but no call. A late call.
That was a trip. Christine Daffenfelser definitely got her leg there caught. And do we have a stoppage?
It's a very late whistle.
Yeah, so Dannenfelser will start behind I think that's for Steve-O, yes.
Steve-O gives it up.
Sayville a chance to take the lead, possibly.
Abby Galaris. Offense for Sayville picking up late here as the ball is turned over. So the Phantoms ball.
Late in this first half, I don't know if Sayville could afford that error, and they need to make sure that it doesn't bite them.
A little background on Bayport last year, as I mentioned, 17-0 Long Island champs. They lost 3 big seniors, and these seniors now are stepping into bigger roles, according to Coach Gick. One of their top players, Maura Kelly, has a tear in her ACL.
Yeah, things like that happen, especially if you're in lacrosse. It's a common injury. You're constantly running, you're cutting, you're stopping. And it's happened to some of the greatest. Allie Kennedy suffered that for Stony Brook. Courtney Murphy suffered that too. But they got back on the horse and they finished their college careers better than when they started. So watch out for Moore to have a setup for a comeback. It's on a setback.
As Phantoms have the ball here. Fabrizio shoots and scores.
What a pass from Fabrizio.
That was a pass. She gave it up.
Let's see, we're going to see the replay. But Fabrizio was getting clobbered here in between the defensive side. Good defense from Courtney Thornton. That was Icefield.
Icefield's second. And we can't stop talking about Stony Brook. We're going to keep talking about it because that's where she's going next year. I'm sorry, in 3 years.
But that was Aubrey Icefeld. So the Icefeld sisters, they have a goal each.
The freshman.
It's even better.
As the Phantoms take the lead. It says West Babylon on the scoreboard, but we know it's Bayport Blue Point.
We got a monitor in front of us. We trust Tom and Dave, some of the best in the business here on Long Island. Do a great job with this production crew, along with Mike Trezza, a Hall of Famer, doing broadcasting for 15 years on Long Island.
Loved working with him last week for the St. Anthony's boys lacrosse game. We had a good game going into the fourth, and St. Anthony's just pulled away. But back to our game, Bayport leads 4-3 with 2:25 and counting left in the first half.
How much do you think that turnover cost Sayville about 2 or 3 minutes ago? Then you had an incredible pass, and the Icefield sisters getting it done in the first half.
A lot of momentum for Sayville. Let's see if they can get it back. Kelly shoots and scores! Our spotlight player, Marie Kelly, off the left side, shoots and scores.
Left Herculo dazed and confused on the replay. Great pass from Rooney. Finds Myriad, one-on-one. Stopped to the right, went to the left, and beat her on the left side.
Kelly was quiet, and she puts her first goal in today.
Only a junior, too.
We talked about early how Kelly really can do it all. And she was quiet. She had the ball a few times earlier in the half. Late now in the half to put her team up 2 goals.
As the 4th different Phantom to score in this first half.
Let's see if Sayville can get that momentum and the possessions back. They tied the game up at 3. They had the ball looking to go up. That key turnover that Jim mentioned. Now Bayport leads 5-3. Bayport's been pretty solid on the face-off, in the face-off circle.
And here comes Sayville, draw control 1. Again, great defensive setback. Madison Waybrecht, an important defender according to Gick's perspective, and she's got a scholarship going to another great school with James Madison.
See if the Golden Flashes can get on the board here with 1:30 left to go, trailed by 1 goal. Kelly shoots and scores! Off the left hand, puts it in. Number 17, Allie Riley.
She was scoreless last game, and she went in between 2 defenders. You see between our replay, goes past Deffenfelser, and it goes to the swipe on the left side on the bottom right bounce. That's a tough shot, but Riley made it count. That's a big goal for the Golden Flashes with just a little under a minute and a half left.
I think I might have said Kelly. Those Irish last names, one for Bayport, one for Sayville, but it was Riley for the Golden Flashes, and now Sayville back in the game, down 5-4. Still some time left, though, to tie the game. Riley gets the Golden Flashes right back in the game.
Both end in LLY, and you can rely on Riley and Kelly.
Riley's had chances.
It's her first one that goes in.
Last game was scoreless at Connecticut. Riley again, off the face-off, has possession. Look at her moving. She's trying to do it all now. But an errant pass maintained by Sayville. And the home crowd now on their feet.
Possibility for another tie here. It just seems every 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, you go up by 2 and then they tie it. But let's see what Sayville can do, likely on this final offensive possession before we hit the half.
I just saw Coach Schnicken say, slow down, you have a minute left. Bayport could score probably in 15 seconds. That's all they need. "45 seconds and counting. And the ball is loose, maintained. It'll stay with Sayville.
Aggressive play.
Coach Gick.
Kennedy
great.
can't believe it.
Clock's
Kennedy
running.
shrugged her shoulders and she was like, are you serious?
Now it'll go back to Bayport. Maybe the ref just had a
Guess she
chance.
left early.
Yeah, she did.
Not by much either.
13.3. I think plenty of time for the Phantoms. We'll see. It's going to be a long shot. Sayville's defense has been pretty solid towards the end of the half. See the JV team coming in. They play at 6. Usually it's the opposite.
Yeah.
But today, varsity getting the 4 o'clock slate.
Beautiful, beautiful field here at Timothy J. Hank Memorial. Nice turf, open area, right by the water. Solid crowd.
Got the Sayville train station behind us.
Yeah, a little bit. Haven't heard that annoyance of the train passing by just yet. Probably just one time, and that was, I think, just before the game started.
Great game here between the Phantoms of Bayport Blue Point and Sayville. And I think we have a clock issue as the head official goes to talk to the scoreboard operator. Well, we have a break here, a little background.
Still no timeouts.
None. I think both teams playing well, not that they have to call any timeouts. And clock's rolling. They put more time on the clock. They added 8 seconds. Now more than enough time. And it's another stoppage. A foul on Sayville.
Messina too.
10 seconds now. Gets it up.
Oh my.
She's gonna get a shot off.
We have a free position opportunity.
What did I say, Jim? Plenty of time, and now you really only need 2 seconds for a free position. Phantoms looking to go up 2. Going into the half.
It's Rooney. Oh, she's got a good look here.
Let's see if Rooney could put it in. The Florida commit.
Watch
Off
for
the
Allie.
left side. 5 seconds left in the half. She goes, she shoots high. Was that a pass? 1 second left. And the half is over. Now, Jim, was that a pass or was that a shot?
Apparently it looked like a pass. Right there for the pickup was Eisfeld on the other end. I think they tried to keep them off balance by making sure that they were expecting a shot. We all were, with a little under 6 seconds left. But in order to negate that, going back closer towards the X, right around the crease, was a good effort, but still only a one-goal game.
One-goal game going into the half. 7-minute halftime break here as we will cut to break here at Sayville, New York. Alongside Jim Furchland, I'm Chris Caiozzo here on T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
We are excited to announce our collaboration with T&D Sports to bring more coverage to the high school game. Our mission at Back of the Cage has always been to provide the best in-class coverage for boys and girls lacrosse. We are excited to work alongside T&D Sports to provide more coverage than ever and elevate the exposure of the game of lacrosse over the Northeast.
Experience, trusted, proven, excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production, the industry standard, T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Back here on T&D Sports Video Production at halftime. Your score, Bayport Blue Point 5, Sayville 4. Jim, give a little background to people who just tuned in about the game so far.
Well, you have two good defensive teams on the ball, but offense is going to have to come out with some type of object in order to win this game. And what we saw from Bayport Blue Point, Michaela Mooney played really well. Really good lefty attacker, had 2 goals in that first half. Only a sophomore, but really attacking the heart of this Sayville defense. And she was a catalyst on why Phantoms have a 1-goal lead. But also, Sayville is within striking distance, and they really should be up by, down by 2. But then you had Giglio put one in the back of her own net accidentally.
For Bayport, a team that Coach Gick said was by committee, and we saw that we have 4 different goal scorers in the first half.
Yeah, and then you look at Sayville, Allie Riley getting involved, Bridget Manning as well, and then you had Jordan Messina, who was the one we spotlighted. She has a goal, but then Bridget Manning really picking up the offensive pieces without their second best goal scorer, Taylor Haas, out with an injury. But so far, a really competitive yet fun game of girls lacrosse here on the South Shore.
I don't think either team did anything wrong. I think both teams played a great first half. I think we're in store for an even better second half as we see Coach Gick talking to his team. But we'll cut to break. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Alongside Jim Furchland, I'm Chris Caiozzo on T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs In sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
This exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Orland & Cohen Sports Medicine. With over 15 locations on Long Island, Orland & Cohen for all your sports medicine needs. As we are back here in Sayville, New York, alongside my broadcast partner, Jim Furchland, I'm Chris Caiozzo here at Timothy J. Hank Memorial Field. And we have a good one, Jim. 5-4, the Phantoms lead.
Yeah, Phantoms only up by 1. Meanwhile, Sayville keeping this close with their defense. However, I think Sayville has to be a little more careful when Bayport is attacking that inside zone, because that's setting up free position opportunities for their offense, and they already have 3 free position goals.
They rely heavily, as I talked to Coach Gick yesterday, he said that we rely on other teams' mistakes. And last year, those 3 seniors who he mentioned really led them in offensive scoring. This year, by committee, as he mentioned, but they really heavily rely on that free position.
And the thing also with Sayville, they have to have good ball security in the second half. They want to keep it close. Bayport Blue Points defense, they are really difficult to match up with, and they're just a different breed. Sayville just has to adapt, and they have to make sure that their mistakes are limited, and hopefully it doesn't result in points going the other way.
I would say that Sayville played a perfect first half, even being down 1. A few turnovers, I wouldn't say perfect, but for them to be down 1 versus the Long Island champs, I can't complain.
You're content with what the result is right now at the end of the first 25 minutes, but hey, it can be a whole second half next up, and it could be a one-sided affair. I mean, look at March Madness, Gonzaga and Wright State. Wright State played with Gonzaga the whole way in the first half. Gonzaga ran away with it in the second half. You look at Bayport Blue Point, they're a juggernaut. Sayville trying to be one of the best teams possible on Long Island. Both teams still have not sustained a loss this season. So it's all up to what the players can only manage within themselves and how the camaraderie themselves around both teams on how they play this second half with limited mistakes.
Every coach will say this, you got to play a complete game, Jim. Not just 25 minutes, you got to play 50 minutes here as girls lacrosse plays halves. You got to play a full 50 minutes. You can't play 49-50. You got to play 50. And now, as the teams take their switch, they're switching sides now. So Bayport will be shooting from left to right on our monitor here. Sayville will be shooting right to left. We're not on radio, but
No.
still. Just say people don't have their monitors up and they're just listening to the YouTube feed. So 25 minutes left. Bayport looking to gain more momentum and go up a few goals, but Sayville down, but not out, Jim.
Not at all. And Sayville really trying to contend with a very good Phantoms team. Phantoms do have another tough test coming up in 2 days. Versus Shoreham Winning River, that game at 4:45, as Shoreham just beat Rocky Point a couple of days ago by a score of 11-9. So good offense there between both those teams, but So right now, Bayport Blue Point's got to focus on Sayville for the next 25 minutes.
As players go for the draw control.
For Sayville, I'm looking out for Bridget Manning in the second half.
And it is maintained, but knocked out, and a whistle stops with a push by Sayville. So it'll be phantom ball.
You got to watch out. Allie Riley has been playing well defensively, but when you get over-aggressive, that could cost you time on the sidelines. Not even from the coach, but from the officials.
Haven't seen any penalties thus
Not
far
yet.
yet. No timeouts and no penalties. That's why we're moving so quick.
If I really had to make an assumption, there is another game on after this, so I want to make sure that this game goes by quickly so the JV team can play at 6 o'clock. But that's
Now
just
with
my assumption.
The daylight savings, with the sun going down later, the lights probably won't be on for that game.
It depends. Usually now, as we get into the early weeks of April, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, that's when you'll see the lights start to dim down, or when you start to get real
maintains
dark.
possession. Sorry, Jim.
No problem.
She shoots off the right-hand save. That was number 26, Kira Rooney.
But it looked like Riley got a piece of her going up for the shot.
Here on the replay. Makes a nice spin. Riley gets her on the hand. So we have free position. Kira Rooney looking for her first. She's been giving it up. Let's see if she shoots. Center circle here off the free position. Ball on her right hand. She goes, she shoots, save!
Herkelode.
Herkelode. Starts off the second half hot for the Golden Flashes, as that is number 15, Courtney Thornton.
7 saves a game for the senior goalie.
Looking to give the Phantoms their first loss since 2020. Long time ago, right, Jim?
Good context there.
2020 feels like forever ago.
It does. It actually does, especially with COVID, with pandemic. Well, those are the same things, but wow.
But the Phantoms haven't lost in almost 2 years. An undefeated 2021 short season, Coach Gick said.
I
Because
really
of
want to
obviously-
test your knowledge here. Who was the last team they lost to?
That I cannot answer.
Okay.
You stumped me there.
Hey, at least you admit it and you're not going to say some random team.
As Sayville brings it up.
There's the freshman.
If we do have another Bayport game, though, I will find that out.
Oh, yeah.
It might be Sayville today, though.
We'll see. Don't want to use that cliche, but only time will tell. I used it anyway.
Sayville looking to tie the game. 22-40. About 3 minutes left. No, not left. Into the second half.
This would be the third tie if it's possible on this possession.
Shoots high. That was Messina looking for her second.
Just ripped it a little too early. If she brought it down a little later, it could have hit the top shelf past Giglio.
A couple of shots high for both teams so far. Sayville, great ball movement here early in the second half.
Again, they're probably trying to limit the mistakes, but also this game's more mental than physical. And in the back of their minds, they're probably thinking, just do not turn the ball over.
You got to think in the back of their head, we want to beat the #1 team on the
Oh,
line. Right?
yes. We're not here for participation trophies.
Sayville, really great ball movement early.
They're not really going inside, they're just spreading it out.
Number 2, Kelsey Restivo gives it up. Pushed, no call. Restivo maintains possession, getting harassed there, and we have a whistle.
You can't get any closer than that. I mean, I thought the first time that looked like there was contact, and the second time may have been a hit on an elbow or a wrist. That hurts.
That's the pressure of the Bayport defense right there, though, all game.
Just seems like everyone is Sam Darnold for the Golden Flashes. They're seeing ghosts.
It's a great one there. As being a Jet fan, I'm happy we got rid of him, but no NFL here, just lacrosse.
Just seems like they're everywhere defensively.
Messina double teamed, still maintains possession.
Great defense from Katie Clare.
Riley.
Risky
Nice
pass.
Underhand, tries to go fancy there. No behind the back goals either yet. I saw that in warm-ups when I was walking in. They were trying those.
You need a lot of courage in order to, for the stakes of this game. Both teams already perfect as of right now.
Riley in the middle, goes behind the net with the left hand and met by Claire.
And Miller.
Sayville still has possession. No shot clock in high school, only in college. Messina setting up the play for her offense. Riley off the right side. And
She's hit.
she's hit, so free position for the Golden Flashes.
Emma Brown got a little too physical there inside.
Emma Brown, the freshman.
Yep, freshman.
Still has some learning to do, but starting for this Phantoms team. Free position. Riley off with the left hand. Shoot, scores! And we are tied.
Stop and go. That is great awareness and patience. A poised goal there for Allie Riley. Just watch this move here. Stops, goes to her left, all the way to the left, and beats Giglio to tie the game.
Through the 5-hole. Just went low, off the left, and we are tied.
You can catch that went through the legs. I just saw it go past her, but it went to the 5-hole. It's a top 10 play.
Riley's second. Fourth on the season. Doing a lot for her team today.
She was scoreless versus Smithtown West last game, but she did have 2 goals and an assist versus Connecticut back on March 24th.
See who can control the draw here. Tie game, 19-14 left, and more fans have been piling in minute by minute here. And a player down for Bayport.
It was Claire.
It will be Sayville possession.
But just know,
No, I'm sorry, Bayport possession.
Sayville had that ball for, what, 4 minutes? And it just came down to a free possession opportunity, and not an easy shot by any stretch from Riley to put it past Giglio.
Bayport looking to take the lead back. Fabrizio.
3 goals last game and 4 assists, according to Gick. We haven't really seen that spread of the wealth from each of these players yet because Sayville's doing everything they can defensively. Nearly picked away by Britton.
I guess if you're a team like Sayville, undefeated, you're playing the top team on Long Island. What do you have to lose?
It's advantage Golden Flashes, especially on your home field.
More pressure when you're undefeated. Off the right hand.
They're going to call a foul, so free position opportunity coming up for Mayreed Kelly, looking for her second goal.
She got hit. And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't hear the whistle yet, but she definitely got hit. So Mayreed Kelly, a twin on this team. Her sister Moore, as we mentioned, out. But she'll have the free position to try to give the Phantoms a 6-5 lead. Flag came out. We haven't seen that yet.
Just know 4 of the goals from Bayport Blue Point have been free position opportunities. That's how you know that they're really trying to get that physicality ramped up, but a little over-aggressive from Sayville.
Kelly with the free position. She backs it out. Smart.
Wise move.
Number 10 for Bayport. That was Michaela Mooney looking for her third, but
Looking for the
a
hat trick.
save by Herculode. Fun fact, if Herculode goes down, we have a JV player. So it's almost like an emergency goalie and a Bayport player goes down, and she does not look good now, as we're going to have a stoppage, and she is down. Hope everything is okay as we will go to break here on the T&D Sports Video Production Network. We are excited to announce our collaboration with T&D Sports to bring back more coverage to the high school game. Our mission at Back of the Cage has always been to provide the best-in-class coverage for boys and girls lacrosse. We are excited to work alongside T&D Sports to provide more coverage than ever and elevate the exposure of the game of lacrosse over the Northeast. As Bayport maintains possession here. Back here at Sayville, New York, alongside Jim Furchland, Chris Cayozzo on the call. Sayville a little over-aggressive there, Jim.
Yeah, trying to give the Phantoms a taste of their own medicine. Like I said, offense is going to be key, but the defense is going to be the difference maker in this game. So far, the offense is even, but the defense could be biting each other for both sides right now.
So Bayport Blue Point with another free position, looking for another one.
Just outside the circle.
$17-16 remaining in the ball game. So outside the circle. Looks like Bayport Blue Point has a man up, Jim. Or should I say girl up?
Yeah. Messina on the sidelines.
Another foul call. Sayville, 3 in a row now, Jim. Now clock is running 16:45.
This doesn't do any help for the Golden Flashes.
Fans getting more involved now. A free position coming up for the Phantoms.
Southpaw.
She shoots. Save, Herculo.
Oh, wow, what instincts to go. She tried to go 5-hole, and Herculo read the whole way. That's incredible defense. And
we have a
our
timeout.
First timeout, finally, in a matter of time.
What excitement. And we have a replay here, Jim.
Yeah,
Rooney.
that was Eisfeld. And Herculo, a terrific save. All the way on the ground. That's tough to do.
Unbelievable. Herculo playing a great game. This exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Orland & Cohen Sports Medicine. With over 15 locations across Long Island, Orland & Cohen for all your sports medicine needs. Jim, 5-5, 16-19 left in a great Division II Suffolk County girls lacrosse game.
I think your senior goaltender for Sayville, Jess Herculo, just made the play of the day to keep this game tied. It was a great shot attempt from Rooney, trying to be a little nifty with it, going straight down in between the ankles leg area, but Herculo made a tremendous save. That's her 4th save already today, and she's already gotten lucky once.
As we see another replay of the save by Herculode.
Anxious.
What a save. Should we send that into Sports Center? Because that saved the game.
It did. As of right now, plenty of game left. And now
16,
also,
15.
if this doesn't really help for Bayport Blue Point, they have someone injured on their offense or someone injured on their team. So next man up, next girl up, coming up for the Phantoms. Depends on what they can do next. But Two great coaches, Gick and Snitkin, really competing against one another in a great Monday night game.
A little background on Coach Gick. 13th year at the helm for Bayport Blue Point. And East Islip grad, played soccer, lacrosse, and hockey. Went to SUNY Cortland.
It's got Cortland and Ithaca. Interesting. So you got the Cortica. Yep, you got the Cortica coming up.
3 county championships for the Phantoms under Gick, and 1 Long Island championship, and that was last year. So coming in after last year, they had 2 county championships. And then last year, they brought him a county championship and a Long Island championship.
Something to remember.
These are 2 teams that know each other really well, according to Coach Gick.
Only 10 minutes apart. Some friendships here, but they're not friends right now.
And he said, our defense is our backbone, and he wasn't wrong.
I would say the same for Snitkin, too.
Now the defenseman is going to bring the ball out. Maybe Coach Snitkin doesn't want his goalie controlling the ball here after he saw Bayport put one in his own net.
Look at Thornton fly down the field.
She faked everyone out. She thought they were going to give it up for a free ball.
She's still going.
Look at Thornton. All the way. She probably just ran like 50 yards.
More than that. And I think Thornton just throws her head down, all that running just to go back across the field.
The phantom ball, and now you hear the crowd really getting into it. What a game we have on our hands here.
Great as a viewer, but even better as a broadcaster.
Maggie Kennedy gives it up. That's Ava Main. She's a draw specialist. We haven't called her name today.
Freshman, too.
Fabrizio gives it up to, that's Main.
Main very close to giving that ball up. Great awareness from Manning. And another timeout.
Another timeout. One called here by Coach Gick. 45 seconds after a timeout by Coach Snitkin, and we will go to break here in Sayville, New York. Tie game, 5-5. We'll be back after this break on T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Back here in Sayville, New York, Timothy J. Hank Memorial Field alongside Jim Furchland, Chris Cayozzo, your broadcast team here on T&D Sports Video Production. Jim, we really just can't ask for a better game. It's getting better and better minute by minute.
It is, and the defense is ramping up for both teams. Both offenses really trying to stick to their strategic plan right out of the half. Not much offense in this second half, but that only gets better as a viewer. But for us broadcasters, this has been an exciting matchup between two teams that know each other very well and not too far apart.
Jim, you want to give the viewers a little scoring breakdown here for both teams?
Yeah, so we have a 5-5 game, a little over 15 minutes left to go, which is plenty of time. Bridget Manning, 7 goals now on the season, has 1 today. Allie Riley with 2 goals off the last one for the Golden Flashes on a free position opportunity. And the thing I like about the Golden Flashes is that they seem to be young, but they have so much commitment at the next level already. Not taking anything away from Bayport Blue Point, they do, but this is what they're expected. After going 17-0, haven't lost a game in nearly 2 years, Ryan Gick has done an exceptional job with this staff.
A lot of pressure on Bayport Blue Point coming to this game, where this is probably their toughest conference game.
You can say that. But Sayville also, they weren't really expected to be here. And when I talked to Snicken yesterday, he was saying that, yeah, this is going to be our toughest offensive matchup. They are ranked #1 in the division, and it shows why. They told me about their record. I was like, wow, 17-0. There's no room for error on this team. Sayville has committed errors, but still they're down. It's still a tie game.
Man up here for, oh, what a shot. But an even better save. That's a shot you see in the boys game. You rarely see that.
Meet your maker. There is such little time to match with the ball. Didn't even get in the stick net off. Probably what, a stick that's what, 4 inches, not even?
I think that went off her leg.
Could have.
But it's a great save by Herculode. If Sayville does end up winning, she's the MVP in my eyes. Just missed. That was number 26, Kira Rooney.
Rooney very close. That's just a game of inches there.
The cutter there, shoots! Just wide. Rooney looking to get goals here for Bayport Blue Point. She's missing left, she's missing right, off his leg.
There are looks, they just need to capitalize on them. And they were great looks. They were smart decisions, just need to capitalize on them. And Rooney going back in for another free position attempt.
Free position here. She's been taking most of them for the Phantoms. She goes, she shorts, and score!
She did not want to go bottom there. I don't think Herculo is reading that again after she stopped Rooney on the last free position opportunity. And that's a hat trick for Rooney.
As you see on the replay here, another free position. She rips one and off the right hand, sorry, left hand, so right side.
Rip it and rip it. Actually, check that. That's only her first goal.
The Florida commit, junior.
Either you want to stay on Long Island for the competition, or you just want to go down and not freeze your you-know-what's off down in the Sunshine State.
The future Gator puts in her first and gives the Phantoms a 6-5 lead. 14:05 remaining, and this game is flying now.
Future Gator, just a sophomore. That's incredible.
The draw controlled by Bayport now. This is a big possession. Because if they can go up 2 goals, they were up 2 goals before, but now as time goes down in the half, Sayville crunched.
But Bayport can use as much clock as possible. They're already up by 1. We haven't seen more than a 2-goal deficit from Sayville. But Sayville really wants to be smart here. They need to draw out a plan. You can see there's really no urgency here from the Phantoms, just tossing it around comfortably like a walk in the park. And
they haven't been in a groove yet.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio, nice fake. Shoots and scores! What a pass by Fabrizio to Julia Fusco. Fusco on the board, and the Phantoms lead 7-5. And that's a name we didn't think we'd be calling today, Jim.
That might be your play of the game. Fabrizio goes way up high, throws a beautiful pass only to where Fusco can get it, and an easy goal right past Herculo on the right side.
Fusco, the sophomore, with her first of the game. And now all Phantoms now. And Jim, I'm going to go to the reference you sent to us and the viewers at half against, like, you know, Gonzaga. We're going to talk basketball here, but Sayville kept it close and now kind of dwindling down by 2 goals.
Right State Gonzaga.
Got to play a full 50 minutes here, and Sayville lets up 2 quick ones.
You had the draw control error, and then you had the free position opportunity. Again, it just comes down to these limited mistakes, and so far you've seen the Phantoms are capitalizing on the Golden Flashes' misses.
Let's see if Sayville can get back in. They were down 2.
There is a reason why Bayport Blue Point is undefeated.
We saw it right there. What a pass. And now a loose ball. Maintained. Nope, still loose. Still loose. Maintained by Bayport.
Madison Waybrecht put her stick gently on the stick net and just drew that ball loose so elegantly. And a turnover right back to the Phantoms.
The Phantoms now 2 unanswered. Looking to go up 3 goals here. Sayville just a step slow in the second half.
We haven't seen the score more than a 2-goal deficit. But meanwhile, the Phantoms can change that on this possession. It just matters on their urgency. Do they want to use some clock, or do they want to capitalize any opportunity they can?
Fabrizio off the right side.
Oh my.
Fabrizio making plays. Number 3, Natalie Fabrizio. As we see on the replay here, Jim. Fakes the defender out and just sneaks it by Herkelhood. That's her first of the game. So,
just remember,
Coach,
she had 3 goals and 4 assists last game.
quiet today, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Yep. Lefty attacker, and she went in with the right on her offhand and still put it in past Herkelhood.
She is a senior.
Largest lead of the day.
8-2-5. Gotta give Herkelhood credit though. She's been making some incredible saves.
Both teams deserve credit. Now it's time for Sayville to put their pedal to the metal. And they may have got a break there. Galeris.
As it'll be Sayville ball.
Here's the player I'm looking out for in the second half. Haven't seen much from Bridget Manning just yet.
They need to answer here. They gotta score because now it's 11:49 and counting. Down 3 goals. You gotta do something here if you're Sayville. Pass up for Stevo to Manning. Riley. Ball on her left hand. Wild pass, but caught by Manning. Riley with the fake, but the defender did not bite.
McKenna Farrell does have 2 goals on the year, and she has been shut down today. In fact, only 1 goal in the year, 2 assists.
Spin move there, but stopped and kept getting pushed back.
That's Katie Clare to a T.
Oh, and number 20 for Sayville, that was Messina. She thought the ball was in her stick, and she shot, and she said, wait, the ball's not in the stick.
That's the second time today we've seen that from her, because with the Phantoms, you're going to see that you're going to think there's a defender in your grill every single time, so you're just going to try to release it as quick as possible.
They'll stay with Sayville. Manning, defender bites. Stoppage.
Fusco cheated on that pass, tried to get a breakaway defensively, and here's Manning. Time to step up.
Let's see if Manning could score here, bring the Golden Flashes within 2. Off the left side, she shoots and scores!
Quick decision you had to make. She looked like she was going to go top right, went bottom left at the very last second.
Bridget Manning, her 8th, I'm sorry. What a shot there on the left side, as we see on the replay here.
And Sayville needed that desperately in order to keep this game close. Now they're back in the driver's seat. It's a 2-goal deficit again. They've been here before. It's the 3rd time that they've been down by 2. Now it's crunch time.
If you're Bayport here, you were putting the foot on the gas, the expression all gas, no brakes, Jim. But now, Sayville's back in the game.
This is where Sayville's going to need to play their best defense. Well, likely, if you are Blue Point here, you're just going to want to pass the ball around, spread the field, but use some movement as well. You want to keep the defense of Sayville tired and anxious. That's what I expect here.
8-6, a high-scoring game for 2 teams who play great defense.
Or possibly we could see Manning win this draw control.
And it's loose, and it'll be Bayport.
Stick on stick, Manning and Rooney.
The whistle blown.
Graziano just kind of gave up on that play. And yeah, it's going to be a man-up opportunity. This isn't good for Sayville.
Sayville's got to hang tight here. Because I would say here, Jim, if they can go up 3 goals, anything's possible, but versus a good team, the #1 team on Long Island, you're not coming back from 3 goals.
You can, you probably just come up a little short.
Great offensive play by the Bayport so far. Fabrizio trying to do it again. Shut down.
But look at the stick handling from Fabrizio. Very confident, knows what she's doing.
Mairead Kelly makes a move. She passes it up. Fusco looking for her second. Katie Clare with the ball makes a move. Shoots and scores! Katie Clare.
Known for her defense, but the midfielder, the high motor player, only a sophomore, going to Yale, puts her first goal of the game, and that might be the dagger in the heart for the Golden Flashes.
As we see on the replay here, makes a girl miss, gets in there, and finds the back of the net. Katie Clare, the future Bulldog, Deeds Jr.
We have 2 goals from Michaela Mooney, and even Coach Gick said there is a round table of this team. That's the 8th different Phantom to score today.
Incredible. I might stump you here, Jim. What do you think is the most players to score in a game for the Phantoms?
You have that number?
I'm asking you.
I don't.
I would say it's up there. I would say it's up there.
I would say it's probably double digits.
With this team, I would say it's probably about 10 or 11.
I would say 10.
Because you have probably 12 to 13 girls who could score the ball. 8:42 left.
Oh, but now Sayville, they get the ball back.
9-6. High scoring affair, 15 goals. And stop the clock we thought was stopped. Now it is 8:24.
This what's the word? It's just unorthodox as far as the clock being stopped. But
Sayville ball.
Back in action. And they got to work quickly.
Yeah, 8 minutes down 3. And girls lacrosse, you could just hold the ball too. So they got to do something.
Stripped away. Great defensive effort. Ava Main, the draw specialist, being the factor defensively.
Aubrey Icefield moves it down, gives it to Fabrizio. Icefield, a freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Bayport team, only a few seniors.
Think you have time to look down how many?
5 seniors. Icefield up top, makes a move off the right hand. She shoots and scores!
Blew right past McKenna
Aubrey Icefield. Sorry, Jim.
Blew right past her. And that was just the speed, and she exploited Farrell's weakness, going laterally to the right side, as we'll see in this replay right here. Tests her. Farrell looking like she's going to go left, and just beat her to the right side. One-on-one Herculode. And a goal for Icefield, her second of the day. Ties Mooney with 2 goals apiece.
Just incredible. The freshman. And you know your team is good when you have freshmen scoring goal after goal after goal. So Icefield with 2, Mooney with 2. I think her sister, Hayden Icefield, with 1.
Katie Quare with the recent goal as well.
And Kira Rooney. Am I missing anyone?
No, I don't think so.
10-6, 7:20 to play, and it's all Phantoms now as we were tied at, no, I'm sorry, Bayport was up 1 goal.
Yep.
So a +3 advantage for the Phantoms in the second half. Got to give Sayville credit, though.
I think it just comes down to wearing out your opponent, and that is what Gick has done here. They knew that Sayville could play with them for a certain amount of time. It just came down to when that time was going to play a factor, and probably midway to the second half, that is where Bayport Blue Point exploited the Golden Flashes with the conditioning. Being smart offensively, but again, the defense.
See that in a lot of sports, Jim. One team might be more conditioned than the other. Plays a great first quarter, first half, depending what sport you're in. Phantoms don't look like they're going down today. That streak will continue onto Wednesday. Now Sayville with the turnover.
Did you just broadcast Jinx? Manning coasting.
Manning looking to get her team back in the game. Abby Galaris, the freshman.
I haven't seen Messina. She's been shut down ever since she scored the first goal of the game for the Golden Flashes. That crease guarded tightly.
Skylar Fig in the game now for Bayport Blue Point. I'm like, yeah, that number didn't look familiar.
Nope.
There's Riley, left hand, shut down.
Double team. Ava Main and Icefeld playing great defensively. Like a 2-3 zone in basketball, try to break it through.
Pass, shoots, no, it wasn't a shot. It was off the tip of the stick.
Hits against Sayville.
That was number 23, Sophia Buffardi, the 8th grader. A couple 8th graders on the Sayville team. For Bayport Blue Point, just a few freshmen.
Yeah, Buffardi did have an assist last game versus Smithtown West and a goal and assist previously versus Connecticut. So she can play at the level. She has a goal and 4 assists on the year and a timeout called by the Phantoms.
10-6, 4:28 remaining, Jim, and it's been all Phantoms here in the second half. As we take a look for our goal scorers for both teams, Jim, Bayport Blue Point more spread out, Sayville just a few.
Yeah, Bayport really spreading the sugar. And again, Madison Waybrecht being a great defender today. Probably one of the key reasons why Sayville is having trouble scoring offensively. Nana Fabrizio with a nice goal from the right side. Julia Fusco, gritty midfielder scoring past Herculode. Aubrey Icefeld just got her second goal. May Reed Kelly, who we spotlighted, had 1 goal. Michaela Mooney got started with 2 goals in the first half. And then the sister Hayden Icefeld scores, and Katie Clare, usually on the defensive side, had an impressive goal when it was just about to go towards the Phantoms' way, and then she kind of was the catalyst to spread the deficit more.
Now, on the Sayville side, you're down 10-6. You came into the game knowing this was going to be probably your toughest game of the year, if not one of them. If you're Coach Snicken, are you upset with this performance?
Not at all. You're playing the best team likely in Long Island, and it was just how long can you compete with them. And obviously you're going to compete for 50 minutes, but not everyone has that same conditioning style. Gick has conditioned these players incredibly, and you can see it today. It all depends on with the mistakes, where you are on the field, whether you're inside the X behind the cage, in the free position area. That is really what's been the key. The free position mistakes, the fouls inside the circle is the main reason I believe why Sayville fell short today.
A lot of key turnovers too, Jim, you know. Behind the net, a couple penalties. You know,
Man-up opportunities.
It's a game of seconds here in lacrosse. This exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Orland & Cohen Sports Medicine. Orland & Cohen, for your sports medicine needs with 15 locations all across Long Island.
You got that memorized to a T.
My first time doing it, too.
Yes, it is.
I only learned from the best. Another shout out to Mike Trezza, who will be on the call tomorrow. We'll take a look at our upcoming game soon. Tomorrow, Mount Sinai Mustangs versus the home Sayville Golden Flashes.
How about that? So
back to back.
You might as well just sleep over here then.
As we see here on the monitor, the Orland and Cohen game of the week, Sayville versus Mount Sinai, 6 p.m. face-off. Getting used to that face-off. I used to say puck drop for hockey, first pitch. You're familiar with?
Yes.
But
I'll be calling baseball tomorrow for the Felician Golden Falcons up in Palisades Park, New Jersey. From here, about an hour and a half.
A man of many talents, Jim Fershon.
Well, I appreciate that. When you're talking to me on the phone about Sacred Heart, I'm like, oh, he's a SHU alum. And I'm like, that's clever. SHU, SHU.
SHU, the Pioneers. As Bayport scores. I thought she was going to hold that a little longer. Number 13, Hayden Icefield. That's her second. The Icefield sisters. As we see on the replay here. I actually thought she was going to give this up. Faked me out off the right hand and scores.
And she was on her way down going for that attempt. That just shows balance. And
I actually thought, Jim, they were going to hold the ball a little bit, maybe up 4 minutes. All gas, no brakes, all phantoms.
Took the words out of my mouth. Literally. Good job. But I think Sayville will learn from this. They definitely will. They have a bright future ahead of them. They will suffer their first loss of the season. But Snicken did expect this, that we need to be ready or else we will get beaten pretty bad. But still, this team has a lot of talent. Right now, their defense is good. Bayport Blue Point's defense was just a bit better.
The defense has been harassing Sayville all game. Down their throats. And good for Sayville, though. Giving up scoring 6 goals versus one of the best teams on Long Island. As they maintain possession, whistle is blown. 3:50 and counting left. And you could wrap this one up probably for a W for Bayport. Anything could happen, but with no shot clock, Jim, it's tough.
Yeah, with no shot clock, that's the difference maker. And even though we have our second time to train coming across the field at the end of the game practically, but Sayville will learn from this game. I won't be surprised if this is their only loss in the division because they are that good and we have a charge. That's terrific defense.
Have we seen a charge here? That was like on the basketball court.
Yeah, Maggie Kennedy sacrificing her body.
The offensive foul on Allie Riley with 2 goals in today's game. Well played.
And without Taylor Haas, it was difficult enough. Their second best scorer out with an injury. Talked to head coach about that yesterday. Not going to speculate on what the severity is of it because we don't know just yet. But without Taylor Haas's presence, already has 7 goals this year with 2 assists. They need help. Without her on this field, it made life more harder to win this game for the Golden Flashes today.
Whenever you're down a big player, if it's professional sports, college sports, and even on the high school level, it's always hard to win. Other people have to step up. In this sport, girls lacrosse, I got to give Sayville credit. You know, we talk a lot about Bayport Blue Point being the best on Long Island champs in 2021. Sayville, one of the better schools here on Long Island. Bayport trying to score again, but Sayville says no.
At the end of the day, when all said and done, when this game's over, do you believe the score was indicative of the result?
No, not at all, because Sayville's trying to add another one here. It's about how the team played, because, you know, in any sport, you could have those garbage time goals in and stuff like that. The scoreboard doesn't show what the effort of the Golden Flashes today.
Yeah.
Now, Jim, as we have less than 2 minutes in this game, who's your MVP today for Bayport Blue Point?
If I had to pick somebody, I'd probably go with Hayden Eisfeld. Not showing any bias here, but
Yeah, Jim.
I don't think so. But she came out clutch with that second goal. Wasn't expecting her to actually push the envelope and score another one, already up by 4. She had 2 goals. Michaela Mooney got the engine revving in the beginning for the Golden Flashes. But Eisfeld, only a sophomore. You even heard it from Ryan Kick, just says goal scorer. And she did that today.
But Sayville adds one there. Number 17, Allie Riley with the hat trick. Number 3.
Her 5th goal of the year, too.
Jim, you got a hat I could throw?
I don't, but I have one in my car. Do you want to go get it?
Might be a little late. But Allie Riley with the hat trick. And 7 goals now for the Golden Flashes. That's why you never give up.
Yeah, perseverance is key. And may go and get a Slurpee after this game's all said and done due to the score.
I think there's one right on the corner, Jim. You
Yeah,
have to
we'll
look
see.
far.
A Slurpee or a nice Schweppes ginger ale.
Sounds good to me as I sip my Starbucks coffee. But Golden Flash is not giving up. Minute 39, trying to add more goals here. Clock stop.
Natasha Yahada.
I know with the X, that means stop the clock.
Yes, it does.
Haven't seen that in a while. Clock really hasn't stopped at all. Only 2 timeouts from Bayport, 1 by Sayville. Got to move it here if you're Sayville. And Messina, again, she tries to shoot it without the ball.
The 3rd time today we've seen that from Jordan.
Minute 20 left. Got to move quick. Good defense. Up top.
Oh,
She got
Manning.
hit. That was number 8, Bridget Manning. She's looking for her hat trick too.
Yep, possibly.
We might see hats if she gets one.
I'd be surprised if we saw a couple of hats on the turf. Got to give credit to Giglio too, playing really well in between the pipes today.
Giglio actually went out after halftime. So, played a great first half. And,
Skylar's in the game.
yes. Manning on the free position here, looking for her 3rd. Left side, she shoots and scores! Bridget Manning with her 3rd. 11-8, and just going to be a little short if you're Sayville. And as we see in the replay here, on the left side, she shorts low, right past number 25, the 2nd string goalie, Skylar Fig. Fig, not a bad second half, but she hasn't faced as many shots as Giglio.
Not at all.
So
And
2 players for Sayville now with the hat trick, Jim. No hats still.
Again, if they did have Tara Haas, this game could have been a different result, but without her, due to that injury, it's just tough with that 2nd man up.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, as there's less than a minute to play. Maura Kelly, one of the best players for Bayport Blue Point, out with an ACL tear. We can confirm that with Coach Gick.
And that last goal by Manning, that ties Jordan Messina for the top in goals for this team. Actually, check that. Now she's 2nd since Messina did have the 1st goal. So she has 10, and now Manning 2nd with 9.
As Bayport Blue Point looking just kill clock here. 40 seconds, only up 3 goals. Maybe not. Yeah, no, she's going to go into the corner, hold the ball. Coach Gick says just enough. He's putting his hand up to his face. As it'll be 22 seconds now left in the game. And we will name our MVP of the game, number 13, Hayden Eisfeld, the junior. Bayport just going to hold. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is your lacrosse game, folks. 11-8 your final score. The advantage to the Bayport Blue Point Phantoms over the Sayville Golden Flashes. As we wrap things up here. And Jim Furchland will be with our player of the game, Hayden Icefield. Or we might get the coach, Ryan Gick. We will see. Great lacrosse game today. Timothy Hank Memorial Field in Sayville. And we will cut to break, and when we come back, Jim Furchland will be with our player of the game here on T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and training premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Jim Furchland here with junior attacker going to Stony Brook University. Hayden Eisfeld had 2 goals in the victory versus the Sayville Golden Flashes. What was the key to get this victory today?
Honestly, it was a complete team effort. I don't think we couldn't have done it without everyone contributing the way that they did today. I mean, you could see how many different goal scorers we had today, so that just shows right there how much of a team effort it was today.
Yeah, 8 different goal scorers today for this team, and the team has not lost a game since 2020. Is there any pressure for you guys?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure at winning the Long Island Championship last year. There's definitely a target on our back this year, and I think that we're handling the pressure pretty well so far this season.
As far as coming into Sayville, both teams came in undefeated. What were your expectations coming into this one?
I definitely wasn't holding any, I wasn't expecting anything. I was going in expecting not to lose, but I was definitely expecting a good competition, and that's what we got today. So.
And you're next up on Wednesday against Shore and Winning River, a powerhouse on Long Island. What's that game going to be like?
I'm expecting a good game, and I hope it's going to be. So I'm excited for that.
Hayden, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
It's Hayden Eisfeld, 2 goals in today's game, 11-8 victory for the Bayport Blue Point Phantoms. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jim. Back here in Sayville, New York, as we wrap things up here. Final score, Bayport Blue Point 11, Sayville 8. For my broadcast partner, Jim Furchland, our production crew here at T&D Sports Video Production, I'm Chris Caiozzo. Thank you for tuning in to the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week.